Okay, hey. So this is vlog time. So the damages are, my piggy bank has been destroyed again. I don't think I can fix it anymore. I got my my battery stolen. I lost 2 backpacks. Luckily my table tennis racket was thrown on the ground. He didn't want that, whoever stole shit. And all my bags are pretty much gone. Water was also stolen. That's basically the damage report. So the issue is, I talked to this stupid fucking user about him this angry mail. I told him, because of your inaction, I got robbed again. Before I had this happen to me, I had Dave with me. I posted about Dave. He was waiting for a bed for drug and alcohol withdrawal. Last week on Friday, he finally was able to get his bed. And then I noticed, okay, if I don't have Dave anymore, I'm in danger to get robbed again. Because Dave was really good at paying attention. He even catched like one homeless person who tried to rob me, and he took him in a stranglehold to make sure that he doesn't escape, and the police were able to take him away. But now that Dave is gone, and I have to go to the toilet because it's quite humiliating to pee in a bottle. I also need to wash myself. I decided to go in the morning, and when I came back outside, everything was smashed up. The horrible part obviously is this was in the middle of the day. There were lots of people walking past. They were seeing this definitely and decided not to act. But this is Berlin. Berlin is not only like a criminal place, it's more like a popular society here in Berlin. I noticed this personally quite a lot. People are very unfriendly here. They're incredibly horrible, like assholes basically. And the same experience I had with the head of the users. I talked to him on telephone, and as it turns out, the last few weeks he didn't do anything for me pretty much. His excuse was he was so busy with doing a conquest and stuff like that. And apparently all the people under him, they were also so busy and couldn't do anything. The issue is, Berlin is a very huge city. It's 3.5 million people. If this is users Leverkusen, maybe even Cologne. Cologne is much bigger, has many more users. That's a different story, but the users in Berlin are incredibly big because this is a very left-wing city. So there are lots of people in users Berlin. That's basically the story behind it. And when I talked to him, he even screamed at me at the telephone because I asked him, what the fuck did you do? I lost all this stuff now. I lost hundreds of euros because of you. Because you didn't do even the tiniest thing. You didn't even answer me. You didn't try to get people. And he's like, oh, well, people have to work here. And then he was like, he also has to work. I asked him, okay. And he also has free time, okay. But, you have to make priorities, Somebody who's fighting for his disabled rights, which are the most marginalized group in Germany by a long shot. He is not doing that every single day. He's once in a lifetime thing. Maybe he should put a priority more on that, And then it comes out that his whole job is to be there for the users. Like he's supposed to deal just with user business. That's basically his job. And he didn't do his job. He didn't inform all the district users that I'm doing this. He didn't do an Instagram post. He didn't try to raise any kind of awareness. He just didn't do his job. And these things are like 5 minutes work basically. You just have to write to the people who are there and ask them if they can ask inside the group, the common users, users who don't hold any kind of chairmanship, if they can help, if they have some free time. There are always people who have free time, at least, because guess it or not, like most people who are in users, they are actually studying at university. And you would think that's a super horrible thing. As long as you don't write your master thesis or your bachelor, you have quite a lot of time. You don't have to go to the university every single day just to listen to the professor talk to you in a lecture. That's what most people don't actually do. But there would have been many people who could have done this because, like I said, this is a huge city. And his excuse was, well, what you have done is I would have come to Leverkusen, I would have done a protest here. Well, first of all, that's a stupid point because I would have no idea why you would come from Berlin to Leverkusen to do a protest for human rights for disabled people, because there's like literally nothing here in Leverkusen which kind of controls this shit. But here in Berlin, guess what? There's Deutsche Bahn, there's the government, and these are the reasons why I'm here. So yeah, this has been absolutely horrible. Won't get compensated for the stuff that I got stolen because he didn't do his work. He definitely hates me. That was very obvious to see. He dislikes me that I didn't talk to him before doing this. But that's kind of the whole point of not talking to people anymore, because when I talk to people I always got rebuffed, and the chances that he would have taken this serious when I had this planned out with him would have been very low. because this is just the experience I've made, you know, in my life. And the way he has reacted now, that he screamed on the telephone to me, like he screamed. I didn't scream, I was just obviously in a pissy voice, but I wasn't insulting him or angry in any kind of shape. I basically asked him, you know, what is your excuse for doing this, you know? And he screamed to me, let me talk, I had to work, you know. And like I said, if this is your work, you should have made this your priority. And it's obvious that he has no idea what it means to be disabled, how horrible this is. And apparently he has no empathy because he didn't realize how fucked everything is, you know. That's the only word I have for it, you know. So yeah, I have learned my lesson now. I'm most likely going to quit my party if there's no solidarity with the Jusos Berlin. If they don't do a 180 and they are now perfect, I am going to quit the party. I'm going to quit politics, because solidarity is kind of the calling card of SPD, the Social Democratic Party of Germany. And turns out we have fuck all. And that's sad, because if you say you're a solidarity party, you can't just say it, because then it's false advertisements, it's hypocrisy. And I hate hypocrisy. This is why I don't like the Green Party, for example, because they're such hypocrites, you know. Like, these are people who are eating what's it called, whole foods, you know, which are very expensive because it's good for the environment, man. But poor people can't pay for that. They literally can't pay for the food they are eating, you know. So whenever they say like, oh, you can buy meat replacement products, which are much more expensive than meat, for example, which is kind of funny. But yeah, like I said, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm so fucking sick and tired of it all, really. And this only happened because I didn't get any solidarity from my own fucking party, and it's just so sad. And this guy, he is such an asshole. Like, clearly he shouldn't have this job because he's such a fucking failure. Thanks for listening. I wish you all a good day.